Hi, I'm Nina from Sitting Fit Yoga, and today I'm going to go through some stretches for the lower body. So I'm just transferred down onto my Z bed, but I'm going to get rid of this top one. You can use just a bed at home, so do this on your bed, or if you have a yoga mat and you want to use that, great. Or something a little thicker than a yoga mat if you have some thicker cushion, but a bed is just fine. So just going to take my legs out in front of me. So I'm on a flat surface. And we'll start with a stretch for the hip flexors. So you can take your feet over the edge of your bed a little bit and just lie back straight. That will give you a nice stretch. Just make sure that feels comfortable and there's not too much tension on your lower back. If you've got very tight hip flexors like I have, you can actually just cross your legs over, and it just gives a little bit more weight when you lie back to the one leg, so do one leg at a time. Just making sure that that feels comfortable for you. So that top leg is giving a little bit more weight to keep the bottom leg down a little bit. As I said, my hip flexors are very tight, so it just takes a little while to ease out. So if you just keep your hands down by your side to begin with, I'm getting a little bit of stretch to that top hip coming over at the same time. And just take some nice deep breaths there to make sure you're in a comfortable position. So breathing through the nose. Just letting the body relax out as you breathe, particularly through the exhales when we bring relaxation to the muscles. So it can be quite a deep stretch if you're not used to stretching out your hips or not used to lying on your back at bed at night. Many of us lie on our sides, so our hips do get very tight from sitting in the chair all day. So if you want to take your arms up above your head once you've been in this stretch for a little while and eased out and feel comfortable in that, on your next inhale, just bring your arms up above your body. And you'll just feel a little bit of an extra stretch through the trunk and the shoulders, down through the hips. You can link those hands together if that helps. And again, just take a few deep breaths here. So I'm going to bring my hands back down gently in front of me and come up to stretch the other leg. But you can stay in that stretch a little bit longer if that's really good for you. Or as I said, just have both legs down at one time. You could put the feet over the bed, just give a little bit more weight to the feet as you lie back. Crossing over the other leg, again getting a stretch through the hips here. Take some nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. See if you can be aware of your belly just rising with that inhale. So really filling those lungs, nice deep long breaths, and just relaxing down with the exhale. Again, just making sure there's not too much tension or any pain going through the back at all. This stretch, And when you're ready, on your next inhale, just lift your arms up over your head. Just gently taking them back. You can link your arms, link your hands. And again, take some deep breaths there. You may feel your shoulder blades coming back flat together behind you as your arms ease into this. And gently bringing your arms back over the top. And we're just going to sit up and release those legs. So if you bring your right knee now towards you as you lie back, that's possible. You might need to use a belt to loop around your leg to do this. So just lying back, bring your knee up towards your chest. And making sure that other leg's supported there. And we're just going to squeeze that leg in towards the chest very gently. We'll just hold it there where it feels comfortable. Again, just taking some nice breaths in and out through the nose. And we're just going to move that leg from side to side, just getting a little bit of movement through that hip joint. So just taking it left to right. It's really good just to keep all these joints moving that possibly in one position all day. Just get that synovial fluid moving in the joints. Okay, and then just dropping that knee back down, pick up the other leg. If you can, you might have to sit up to do that. Bringing your knee towards your chest. Just a few deep breaths in and out through the nose. And then we're going to take the knee side to side, again just moving this hip very gently. So we're supporting that leg with our hands. So we're not just letting it flip side to side, we're just gently moving it with support, just getting movement into that hip. Okay, so if you now bring up the other leg, again, you might have to sit up or use a belt, whatever works for you. We're going to bring the knees in towards the chest. So this is a really nice position for the back, taking all the tension off the back because the knees are bent up. So you should have a nice flat back beneath you. Just make sure that your head and neck is supported if you need a blanket, a pillow under your head. But you want your nose and chin to be parallel to the surface beneath you, ideally. Okay, so just take a breath in, and on your exhale, just lift your chin to your chest and bring your knees up towards your face a little bit if you can, and inhale, release down. Exhale, squeezing up, inhale down. So we're exhaling, kind of squeezing all that air out, using any muscles you have use of in the core there. You can squeeze your belly button in towards your spine, but you may not be able to do that, in which case don't worry, just concentrate on bringing the head up with the exhale, down with the inhale. One more. And inhale. And then release the legs back down. And then take them to one side if that's easier. As we sit up. So again, just use any pillows or any cushions you need to help get up and down or get that movement of the legs. Okay, so we are going to use a belt now around the foot. If you need some balance behind you while you're doing this, you can always position your mat against the wall, or if you're on a bed, then your headboard, or put some pillows up behind you just to give you balance. And pull out my belt here. Okay. So just going to loop the belt around the foot. If you have any sort of strap, long strap, this is a yoga belt, but you don't need the buckle for this, just a long strap really, or even a long towel. And loop it around. Just try not to get it on the toes, so you're not putting any undue pressure around the toes. So you want this just around the sole of your foot. And then you can hold that with one hand. So what you want to look out for is the alignment of your foot. You may want to pull that outer side of the belt a little bit more, putting a little bit of pressure through the knee. Okay, so we're going to bend the opposite leg up. So your sole of the opposite foot, my right leg in this case, is towards the straight leg. Okay, so it's just taking a little bit of pressure off. And then you've got the belt around the foot, just to help pull that foot back. So you want your foot nicely aligned with your leg and your knee, so it's all straight. You don't want your knee facing that way or this way and the foot the other, so have it all in one plane. You can pull slightly on one side of the belt more than the other, just to get that foot in a nice position. And then, so you're using the same arm as leg, same arm as leg that's out straight, and then your other arm, just push down gently on that knee, so you're just getting a little bit of weight through the knee, and then pulling back, so we're getting a stretch through the back of our leg, by pulling that foot back. Just keep the nice length through your spine, and breathing in and out through the nose. Just checking on the posture of your back, so you don't want your shoulders to be rounded, you want to try and keep a nice straight back, shoulders back. So just experiment a bit with the way you're holding onto your belt. And the belt just avoids having to lean forward to your leg and be really out of alignment. So, okay, so a few breaths there. In that stretch, just keeping an eye on the alignment of everything. So your leg, your knee to your ankle, keeping that length through the spine. And then we'll change to the other leg. So just release that leg down, put the belt over the other foot. Again, you just want it around the sole of the foot. You're going to bend the opposite knee, so the sole up to the straight leg, sole of that foot up to the straight leg. You can always put a cushion under this knee if you want support for that knee. Just use any props you have, any cushions, pillows, to keep that leg there if you need to. So we're going to pull gently the foot back. Again, just checking alignment with the knee. You don't want your foot going one way, your knee going the other. So pull on one side of the belt if that helps to bring the foot around. Gently pressing through, just above the knee, not on top of the knee itself, but just above it, just on the thigh, just above the knee. A little bit of pressure through that knee, and as you're pulling the foot back. So again, just focusing on the alignment and keeping length in your spine. Taking some nice deep breaths through the nose. Okay, so we release that node down, and you can just put your belt to the side. Now, if you have a bolster, great, but most people won't, so just use a couple of pillows here, or one pillow, and just sort of fold it up so it's longer, narrower. You can put that between the legs, so just taking my legs apart, wide, and using this surface here just to come down onto. So just getting a nice stretch for the lower back. Just coming down on to the pillows, and again just keeping a nice straight back as you lean forward. So you're going to get a stretch through the hips as well here. Don't go too far. Just ease into this stretch. So just using the support to put your arms in front of you, gradually allowing that stretch forward. Releasing the lower back. Just take some nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And you can just experiment with how far you go here, what feels right. And certainly for the first time, just really go with caution. And afterwards, it may be later that day that you notice any aches at all, which should go pretty quickly, so you don't want to cause any pain or aches from stretching too far. You could place another pillow just so you can rest your head on something here. That can be nice. Deep breaths through the nose. And then just bring those arms back, taking yourself back up gently. Okay. So just put your pillows to the side. We're going to bring the legs back together, just bringing the knees together. Just place a little bit of weight, again, just over the top of the knees, right? Not right on top of the knees, but just above the knees. And a little bit of a forward lean. So again, keep a nice straight back. A slight forward fold. A few breaths in and out of the nose there. And come back up. Okay. So we're just going to go onto our sides now, and again you might want a pillow in between your legs, in between your knees. So just want to bend your knee up a little bit. Just checking this microphone. So bending the knees, if you can, one on top of the other. And we're just going to lie with our lower arm out in front of us. You might want to put a little blanket under your head, which I could do with, but I can't reach at the moment. So just to keep that neck in a nice alignment there. Okay, and we're going to just reach over with our top arm. So just feeling that little bit of a stretch through the top of the back, through the shoulders. Just take a couple of breaths just to feel comfortable in that position. Feeling that stretch through the top of the back, through the shoulder and the arm. And then on your next inhale, we're just going to bring that arm gently up the opposite arm. Take it over and back behind you as you exhale. Inhale, bend that elbow, bring your hand to your chest, slide across as you exhale, coming over in front of you again. So it's a little bit of a flowing movement. Inhale, bring the arm over the chest, fingertips lightly. Exhale as you extend that arm out behind you, looking back to that arm. Inhale, bend the elbow, bring the fingers to the chest. Bring your shoulder over, and exhale as you bring the arm, again stretching out in front. Inhale, bring fingertips over the chest. Exhale as you extend the arm out behind you. Inhale, rolling over. Exhale as you reach out in front over that lower arm again. Inhale, one more time. Turning, exhale, release the arm behind you. Inhale, bend the elbow. Exhale as we take the arm back over the lower arm. And just rest there for a couple of breaths. Okay, so on the next inhale, we're going to take the arm up. This time, if you can, if you haven't got the strength to lift your arm up in the air, you can just lift at the elbow, perhaps bring the arm over in a bent position. If you can, we're going to lift up the arm and take it back behind us. So keeping facing this way, allow that top arm to just release behind. And you might find that with each exhale, that arm goes further behind you. I don't want that bolster there. So we're just allowing that stretch through the armpit, the pectoral muscles, just allowing the release of that back arm. You'll really feel it can be quite a deep stretch. You'll really feel a stretch through the armpit area here. As you take your deep breaths, just notice on each exhale if you feel a little bit of a release. And then after a few breaths, when you feel that that arm is nicely stretched out, just turn your head over to look over at the back arm, and you'll just feel a slight more stretch through the torso. I'm getting a little bit of a twist there through the trunk. Stretch out those arms and the fingers. Take a couple more deep breaths there. And then just bend that elbow, bring your hand back over. Coming over in front of you, take a couple of breaths. Okay, and then we'll sit up and do the other side. So I'm just going to turn around so you can see me. Use a blanket under my head so you can see the ideal position. Okay, so just taking a bit of time to get yourself in position. So you want your knees bent, one on top of the other, ideally. And again, as I said, you can put a little towel or blanket in between your knees just to take off any pressure there if that helps. Oh, that didn't work out, did it? I'm still lying on my back. Okay. So, lower arm out in front of you. And start off with the upper arm coming over that lower arm. Just take a couple of breaths there, just to allow your body to get used to that position. Okay, and then with the next inhale, we're going to just bring the hand across the arm, over the chest, taking that arm back on the exhale, just extending the arm, and then inhale, bend the elbow, bring the fingers to the chest, rolling back over the shoulders. Exhale as you bring your hand across, just feeling that stretch over the top of the shoulders through the arm. Inhale as we bring the fingers up. Release the arm behind on the exhale, stretching out. Inhale, bend the elbow, bring the fingers back to the chest and shoulder over as we roll out that arm on the exhale, reaching in front of us. Inhale, bring it over, releasing on the exhale, extend that elbow and hand. Inhale, bend the elbow, bring the fingers to the chest, roll the shoulder forward. And exhale as you bring that hand across, reaching over, feeling that stretch. One more time, inhale, bring the fingers to the chest, extend on the exhale, opening up that arm. Inhale, bend the elbow, bring the fingers to the chest, bringing the shoulder over. And exhale as you extend the arm out in front of you. Okay, just stay there for a couple of breaths. Just getting some nice movement through the body with that flowing movement. And then on the next inhale, we're going to bring the arm up in front of us. Again, you can bend at the elbow. If you don't have the strength to extend the arm, keep looking ahead of you, and allow that arm to extend back behind you. You might feel a difference on this side to the other side, in as far as how far that arm happily go back. So just take some nice deep breaths and just notice if you're feeling a little bit of a release through the pectoral muscles, the armpit here, as you breathe in and out through the nose. The nice deep breathing will help the muscles to relax and just eases that stretch. And once you feel that that arm has released a little, if that's feeling comfortable, then we'll turn our head over around to look at that arm. Just stretching out both arms away from each other, stretching out the fingers. Feel a little bit more of a stretch through the trunk. And again, take some nice deep breaths into that. And when you're ready, just bend that elbow, bring your fingertips to your chest, rolling the arm back over, bring your arm across on top of the lower arm. Just take a couple of breaths there. Okay. And then we're going to just take our arm back so we can sit up. Again, use your pillows, whatever you need to just help yourself get back up. And then we'll finish off with just putting the legs up just to help the circulation. So if you have some pillows, you can either just put a pillow under your knees bend the knees and lie back, so it's really just allowing the back to relax down on the surface, taking any tension out by bending the knees. Or, if you have enough pillows, you can create a higher surface just to pick your legs up a little bit, so just helping the circulation, putting those feet up above the heart. Helping the lymph drainage as well. So just getting those feet up. Again, the knees are bent, so it's taking any pressure off the back. Maybe have a very small pillow or rolled towel or blanket just to support the head. And then that's a nice position to finish in. You can just relax the arms, find a comfortable position for them. Close the eyes and just focus in on the breath. Just notice any sensations in the body after the stretching. Relax the muscles around the brow and the jaw and the face. You can take your hands to your belly if you like and just bring the attention to the breath. So just noticing the belly rising with the inhale and lowering back down with the exhale. So don't rush the breath, really filling those lungs. Nice long breath in through the nose, feeling the belly rise and lower again back down as you exhale slowly through the nose. Just take a few breaths there. And you can stay here as long as you want to, as long as you feel comfortable. It's a lovely position to be in. Great for the circulation, great for digestion. Just taking off the stress of pumping the blood down to the feet. Just allowing that blood to come back up to the body. So I hope you enjoyed those stretches. You feel like you've had a good stretch to the lower body, a little bit of relaxation at the end. You can just stay in that position as long as you want to. Take some nice deep breaths and allow the body to relax. Thank you.